Cam, Manchester United 1, Fulham 2. Yeah, of course we've got injuries, but that level of performance and the tactics and just how they played was shocking.
Yeah, it's been coming though, hasn't it? Performances have been bad for a while. Results maybe just about okay, but well, more than okay. We've got 6 wins in a row or something, but yeah, the performances have been pretty poor. So it was inevitable that something like this would happen at some point. And yeah, I think everywhere you look, every player, the manager, responsibility for all of them in the nonsense we've seen.
Was everything wrong today? Like from the tactics to the time to change it to who we started to like just everything was wrong.
Yeah, and look, part of it's the manager, the way he set the team up, but also you've got players in that squad who've won Champions Leagues and they can't pass the ball 10 yards. Casemiro's playing like someone's dad, and the gloves somehow just make it worse. I don't know why, don't know what it is about it, but it just really pisses me off. And that back heel he did in the first half.
Yeah.
I sit behind the goal. He did the stupid back heel, I was pissed off with that anyway. He comes back to defend the corner, and he stood basically like a yard off the goal line, so 10 metres in front of me roughly, and he's just looking around like he has no idea where he is, just laughing about it. I'm like, you're supposed to be a multiple Champions League winner. You're supposed to be the guy in this squad that's picking up everyone else and driving us to the next level, and you're just taking the piss in games. It's embarrassing. I don't understand how we're watching that, how we're watching players like Rafael Varane as well, just stepping over the ball, completely miscontrolling it. The number of times, miscontrols, passing the ball out of play, passing it straight to Fulham players. Individually, almost every single player dropped a 2 out of 10 today. And it doesn't matter, tactically, whatever, we've got plenty of issues, but whatever style you're playing, if your players all drop 2 out of 10s, you're not going to win.
A lot of people criticise Bruno today as well in terms of the usual carelessness that we're seeing, just giving away possession cheaply, trying to find that killer pass at all times. I mean, he already wasn't playing well, and I'm not just labelling it at Bruno. Rashford ineffective up front today as well.
He was shocking. Again, Rashford and Bruno as well, to be honest, most of them. But Rashford in particular, he was just standing still the whole time. The one thing you're good at is running in behind. Run in behind. Don't just stand still. And Bruno, no words. The bit that annoys me though is towards the end of the game they found something that was working. They worked out that Leno was spilling every shot. So if you have a shot, get players in, chase the ball in. But for some reason they stopped doing it. It's like you find the solution to your problem and then you don't keep doing it until you score. No idea what goes through their head sometimes. It doesn't make any sense. It's like that short corner that Bruno should have taken last week. Yeah. And he had a shot. Sometimes you just think, what is going through their heads?
That's what I mean. Like the basic decision making. Like you feel like getting him, like pausing the whole game.
Yeah.
Asking him to come into the stand and say, right, why did you just do that?
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, get a big screen up with one of the players. Why have you done this? Why have you kicked it straight to a Fulham player when you've got 3 players around you on the same team as you? It just doesn't make sense.
In terms of the setup with what Ten Hag did do because of the absentees that we did have.
Yeah.
Did he get that wrong?
Yeah, I think so. I think Fulham obviously were really compact, really narrow most of the game. So the space was in the fullback areas. Now, obviously, or traditional fullback areas anyway. Obviously, left side we've got problems because it's Lindelof there. I would have liked to see Anthony come on a little bit earlier on the left side, just for some left-footed balance. I know he's not a left back. He's not the solution. He's not even a good player at that, to be honest. But
you just said every reason why he shouldn't really play then.
Yeah, but Lindelof's exactly the same, isn't he? He's shit as well.
We just shouldn't be. And he can't play left back. He just can't.
They're both shit, but at least Anthony's left-footed. So I would have liked to see him come on and maybe put some balls in the box. But yeah, I think tactically, I didn't understand why Dalot was inverting all the time because the space was wider. If you can stretch Fulham like that, it makes it much more difficult. And yeah, the decision making from the players within the tactics was stupid because the number of times that you'd see one of the wingers really wide, or sort of making a run to get out wide, and we just keep playing on the opposite side of the pitch. The space, when you're defending against a narrow block, switch the play. But they couldn't do it, and when they did try it, the pass got intercepted, or they put it out of play, or whoever was controlling it made a mess of it. It was just, in all honesty, it was just one of those games that's an absolute horror show from start to finish.
You could feel it from very early, couldn't you, that actually, the crowd were up, we're playing the anthem. For longer because we've released the Stones top and getting into it and come on and then I swear that even after 4 minutes sometimes you just know, don't you? Fulham are just playing they're playing like they're at Craven Cottage.
They started really, really well and they actually played well.
Yeah,
right,
but that's what annoyed me. We had this whole Stone Roses hype of let's get everyone going, and then literally as soon as they kicked off, you could just feel, I don't think we're going to score today. Like, you get those.
It was all so slow and it was so ponderous, and like every pass is taking 5 seconds to get to anybody.
Yes.
And the frustrating bit is when they do manage to break a line and actually play a forward pass, nothing comes of it because the next player either loses it or just passes it straight back. You've done the hard bit. You found the inroad to break a line. Do something with it. Go forward. But instead, it's just backwards, sideways, and taking 10 seconds. Take 5 touches every time. Is
that us done for top 4 now? Like, was it even ever on, or are you still like, nah, you can't say that?
You can never really overreact to one game, can you? But performances-wise, we don't deserve it. But the top 4 race every single season, each of the teams in that race, the reason they're in that race is because they're not good enough to put a 20-game winning run together to go and challenge for the title. That's the bar for the title now. Very rare that those teams drop points regularly. And the top 4 teams now, they'll all go, I think all these teams now will have a run of 3 or 4, 5 bad games, bad results. So it's still on, but we need players back, or something's got to happen.
The drop off from when Rasmus is not there is alarming. Well, we all feared it, but sometimes you think, well, come on, let's Fulham at home, maybe we can find a way.
Yeah.
It was like, it looks like we won't win a game until he's back. Like, it looked that bad.
Yeah. Our biggest threat in the box was Maguire by a long way. Yeah. He was actually quite good.
No, he was.
He was all right.
Yeah, he was. Apart from he maybe should have fouled Troy, but just not quick enough to do it.
He was already on a yellow, wasn't he? That's why.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Probably should have sent off as well, actually.
Yeah, do you think?
I prefer not to speak. It's one of them ones where, like, they can. I think it was just about a yellow, but with how inconsistent the refs are, that I've seen other games where they're given.
Oh yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
No, it wasn't great. Yeah, he was stamped back. Yeah, it wasn't great when I saw it back. So he was fortunate to even be on the pitch, gets us back in the game, and the naivety then as well to either not get a draw or to concede in that moment of being too gun ho.
Do you know? I was almost thinking when we did score that first one. I was thinking, it's
we'll get another one.
Yeah, I thought so. And I thought at that point the last 80 minutes are worth it because the whole stadium's bouncing. You feel like it's coming, but yeah, it's just a frustrating way to concede it, and it's the same problem we've had all season: transitions and not being able to defend it properly.
What changes would you make for the next game? Forest midweek. With what we've got, there's not going to be any Wan-Bissaka back by then. We know Shaw's gone. We know Rasmus is gone. With what we've got, what would you do differently?
I'd put Rashford back on the left, Garnacho back on the right, place somebody through the middle. Whether it's Ahmad as a false 9, whether it's Forson, whether it's McTominay, I'd probably start Scott in the 9, to be honest. And then I think fullbacks wise, I'd try something. I think Lindelof. We know Lindelof. Maybe Ten Hag thinks it's a safe option, but in all honesty, he's not great and he's never going to be great. So you may as well try something. I want to give Anthony a go there. I know the kid in the youth team, 16, he's not ready.
You can't just say, I don't like that. I just played this kid at 16, he's nowhere near it. Like,
I agree, not a fan of that. I think you either put Cambola to right back and put Dallo on the left.
I think that's probably more secure.
Yeah, but the whole point, Ten Hag loves his rotations. It's really important. So you need players that can do everything. Cambola is not going to be going.
No, he's not. He'll be limited, but at least he's a bit quicker and maybe might win a few more duels.
But I think Anthony, just give Anthony a go.
Just he's left-footed. Anthony against
least,
my son, Anthony Elanga.
Yeah, now you're
trying to see that.
Well, Lindelof.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, mate, we're toast.
We're in big trouble.